Friends, welcome to my channel. It's me. Do you want to hear some stories? Of course you do. Every child loves a good story. So let's begin. Once upon a time, in a faraway kingdom, lived a beautiful princess. She had everything she could possibly desire. A loving family, beautiful clothes, delicious food, and all the toys that money could buy. But the princess was unhappy. She threw tantrums every day. She screamed and shouted and threw things. And the king and the queen were very worried about their little girl. One day, the king and the queen went to see a wise wizard. Maybe he could help their daughter. The wizard gave them a small box and said, "Give this box to the princess. But do not open it, no matter what the princess does or says." The king and the queen thanked the wizard and returned home. That evening, when the princess was throwing a tantrum, the king and the queen gave her the box. The princess stopped screaming and started to look at the box. She wanted to know what was inside. The princess begged and pleaded with her parents to let her open the box, but they wouldn't agree. The princess got very upset and started to cry. Then she ran away from home, and the king and the queen were very worried. Where had their naughty princess gone? And what would she do next? The princess came across an old woman sitting by the side of the road. "Excuse me," said the princess. "Could you please tell me where I can find a wishing well?" "Why do you want to find a wishing well?" asked the old woman. "I want to make a wish and become a beautiful princess," said the princess. The old woman smiled. "You already are a princess," she said. "If you don't believe me, ask these flowers." The old woman pointed to some nearby bushes. The princess went over and saw a beautiful pink flower. "Oh, I wish I wasn't a princess," she cried. "Being a princess isn't fun." The flower fairies waved their magic wands and poof, the princess was no longer a princess. She was an ugly duckling. The ugly duckling was very sad. She walked along a path and came across a frog. "Excuse me," said the ugly duckling. "Could you please tell me where I can find a wishing well?" "Why do you want to find a wishing well?" asked the frog. "I want to make a wish and become a beautiful princess again," said the ugly duckling. The frog smiled. "You already are a princess," she said. "If you don't believe me, ask these fish." The frog pointed to a nearby lake. The ugly duckling went over and saw some beautiful pink fish. "Oh, I wish I wasn't a princess!" she cried. Being a princess isn't fun. The fish waved their magic tails. And poof! The ugly duckling was no longer an ugly duckling. She was a beautiful princess again. The princess was very happy. She ran all the way home and threw her arms around her parents. "I'm sorry I ever threw a tantrum," she said. "I'm sorry I ever threw a tantrum," she said. From that day on, the princess never threw a tantrum ever again. Once upon a time, there were 3 little kittens. They lived with their mother in a big house. One day, the mother cat said, "My dear kittens, I'm going to the store, but I won't be long, so don't go exploring while I'm gone." The 3 little kittens nodded their heads. "Don't worry, Mom," they said. As soon as the mother cat left the house, the 3 little kittens got very excited. They had never been allowed to explore before. So while their mom was at the store, they were going to see what it was like outside. The kittens opened the back door and slipped outside. The first kitten was scared to go outside. He hid behind a bush and peeked out. The second kitten wasn't too scared. He cautiously walked down the sidewalk. The third kitten wasn't scared at all. He ran as fast as he could down the street. The kittens played and explored until it started to get dark. They had so much fun, but now they were lost and they couldn't find their way home. The 3 little kittens started to cry. Just then, a friendly dog walked by. "Why are you crying?" he asked. The kittens explained that they were lost and they couldn't find their way home. "Don't worry," said the dog. "I'll help you." The kind dog walked the kittens all the way home. When they arrived home, the mother cat was so relieved to see her kittens, she gave them each a big hug and a kiss. From that day on, the 3 little kittens never wandered outside again without their mom. That's all for today. Which story was your favorite? The princess and the wishing well, or the 3 little kittens? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more fun stories. Bye!